All right, Dan, the Red Sox are coming off an awesome road trip. They go 5-1 against the Marlins and Yankees, and they cap it off with a Sunday night win at Yankee Stadium. Rafael Devers, now an all-time Yankee killer, and Dan, he hits 3 home runs in this series, caps it off with 2 bombs in the finale.
Yeah, it was fun to watch him. He just dominated the Yankees in one game. And Joe, I thought that game showed a lot about this team. I thought they came into it and played almost like Rafi Devers played. Like they felt like they were the better team, and they took it to them right from the start. And man, was he just fun to watch in that batter's box, just fighting off pitches and being Rafi and doing the Rafi type of things that everybody loves. And, that second home run where he pulled the outside fastball and hit it 423 feet into right center field was pretty impressive for anybody to do. And for him to just continue to kill the Yankees, that's pretty fun for Red Sox fans to watch, knowing how much it hurts the Yankees, knowing how much him and Verdugo kind of battled a little bit, is going back and forth with things. So I think everybody left Yankee Stadium feeling really good about themselves because of what Devers was able to do.
And now 16 home runs at Yankee Stadium as well, Dan. And you mentioned the one he hit yesterday to kind of cap things off, the one that was off the plate, and he hits it out to dead center field. But he also takes care of Garrett Cole as well. 8th home run in 39 career at-bats in the regular season against Garrett Cole. And you think about, just the context of what he's done against the Yankees on the road at Yankee Stadium. He has the most go-ahead home runs now of any Red Sox players with 11. He's 27 years old. And Dan, I think we forget sometimes that Rafael Devers is on the path to being an all-time Red Sox great.
Yeah, he's not 37 years old like David Ortiz, right? It's just not that. Like when you think of Big Papi and everything that he was able to do, especially in the postseason against the Yankees, we all remember 2004. But for Devers to be doing it, I think he's tied now with Ortiz for 16 home runs on the road. Jose Bautista has the most at Yankee Stadium, I should say. He's got 19, Bautista. So to have that and the numbers you just threw at them at only age 27 is really impressive because, Devers is going to be around for a while with this long-term contract. So he's going to break all those types of records about visitors at Yankee Stadium. So unless somehow, some way they try to trade for and pick up Rafael Devers and pay John Henry 80 to $100 million just to start. So I think he's here for a long time. And man, he is fun to watch in the batter's box. Just getting better and better, too, Joe, as a professional hitter. And I think what we've seen here, and you've been following it all year long as well, is just him maturing and really taking the responsibility of leading this team to win. And that's the bottom line. I think he's sick of what's gone on the last several years, just trying to win baseball games. And that's been fun to watch, too.
28 career home runs now against the Yankees, and he inspired a great Daily News back cover headline, The Wrath of Raph, which I thought was awesome to see from the New York Daily News. And he's now one of the 3 Red Sox All-Stars. Those were announced on Sunday. Now, it's the 3rd time he's made the All-Star game and the 3rd time in the last 4 years, and I think you and I would agree would be one of the guys we thought coming into this All-Star game voting stretch that he would ultimately make it. But it's cool to see that there's 2 new guys in terms of making the All-Star game for the first time. Duran, Tanner Houck, first-time All-Star nods. And this is a testament to this Red Sox organization that they have 3 homegrown guys. And these 2 guys in Duran and Houck, it took some time to get to this point being All-Stars, but this organization stuck with them, and now they're paying it off.
Well, patience, right? That's the biggest thing that you see. And I think, as much as fans are anguished with what's happened the last couple of years with the payroll and John Henry not wanting to spend money or as much money as he has in the past so willingly. I think the one thing that we've seen is they have to be patient, right? They have to grow these players. And we're starting to see the profits pay off here. To see a guy like Tanner Houck step in, get that confidence and become, one of their aces, if not the ace of the staff, and get to the All-Star game. It's got to be huge for his confidence, Joe. I mean, baseball is such a big confidence game. And to see him to be able to do that. And then Duran with, what we've documented and what he's been through and the mental health issues and just trying to deal with everything that he's been dealing with. And to be able to go to the All-Star game, yeah, he wakes up this morning, looks in the mirror, unlike you and I, he sits there and says, yeah, I'm an All-Star. So how cool is that, right? And then I think he's 2 of 32 first-time All-Stars in this contest, and it's such a great experience to watch. And I've been to so many All-Star games over the years to watch them come into that situation. And I think Duran said it when he was mic'd up by ESPN. He said, "I just want to stand next to Aaron Judge, like in the same locker room, just to see how big he is." And those are the cool things that you're never going to forget, especially that first time. It's going to fly by for those guys, and they'll want more. But that first time is really, really cool. So good for them. And I always say this, Joe, people can squawk about who didn't make it, who made it. There's an argument there. Because why? Because when you're done playing the game, the first thing you see in Cooperstown when you read the plaques, Carl Yastrzemski, Ted Williams, X amount of all-star games. Like, that's their first thing that you see. So it matters when these guys are done. It matters now, but it also matters at the end of their career. The fact that they have to, they have that all-star with them for the rest of their life. It's like winning Emmy Awards for me. I won one and I was done. I didn't need to enter anymore because when I die, it'll say Emmy Award-winning sportscaster Dan Roach. That's all I wanted. So it means a lot to these guys, too, to be an all-star.
And they are, as of now, both of them making it for the first time in their careers. Final thing, Dan, before we let you go here, Red Sox 49-40 now overall in the season. So they hold the third wild card spot in the American League. Don't know if Fangraphs playoff odds means anything to you. It doesn't mean anything to Alex Cora, allegedly. He said that to WEI. But they're a little over 48% now in terms of playoff odds to make it. So they have the ninth best record in the sport coming into action on Monday. Where do you think this team stands? And on top of that question, how does this team perform better at home? Because this is the one thing that sort of is an Achilles heel for them right now.
That's a great one, Joe. To me, that's the biggest concern of Alex Cora. Never mind odds to make the playoffs or what have you. I'm with him on that because they got to play better at Fenway Park and just find a way and get there as a team. I think what we've seen, Joe, is the maturity grow in this team and the confidence grow in this team. And those are the two things that I'm looking for. As I mentioned, I thought Sunday night's game was a game where they started that game and they said, we're going to win this game in Yankee Stadium. We're the better team. They played like it offensively, defensively, pitching-wise. That's what you need to see if you're Alex Cora, and now just slowly grow that confidence. And where it ends up, who knows? Because as you pointed out, we've all pointed out, they've collapsed the last couple of years after a certain time when they've contended. So for me, I just want to see these steps, process, become a good team, play like a good team, say you are a good team. Craig Breslow now supplement in some way to show you and tell you that, yes, you are a very good team and a playoff team, and then go from there.
They have to just play all facets of the game better, Dan, right? Like, I think that as we've seen from them at home, it's just been a little too sloppy at times, and they fall behind a lot early in games at home as well. Like, that was the case in the San Diego series, that they fell down, big quickly, and they couldn't limit the big innings. So I think that's kind of key for them moving forward. I think what's good is that they have Oakland coming up, and then they'll have the Royals as well. And I think we're starting to see, as good as this Royals team has been this year, this Red Sox team is playing a little bit better, but that'll be a fun one, and especially with Bobby Witt Jr. coming back. He's got some Canton Mass ties, so it's cool to see him kind of come back, and I grew up a Red Sox fan as well. So
please go 4-2 or 5-1
right
over the 6-game homestand, and then
we'll take that.
Feel good about yourselves at the All-Star break, right?
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. So we'll see what they can do. But the one thing I will note, the Red Sox are the only team above 500 with a record below 500 at home. So that's got to change.
Okay, let's end it on a positive note. Thanks.
Well, the positive note is I'm here with Dan Roach. How many time Emmy Award winner?
Once. One and done. That's all I needed. I didn't enter after that.
That's all it. Good. It'll be on the grave. All right.
Be on the obit.
Thanks, Dan.